Hello, YouTube. It's Ryan from AnnihilatorMTG, and today I've got some more Vintage Cube for you. Let's get right into it. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh, geez, and a Lotus. Okay, well, we're taking that for sure. In terms of other cards that I like the Mox, obviously. The Brutality is awesome, especially in the Cube. Ooh, the Mug is great. Crater Hoof, but, you gotta take the Lotus. All right. We have some interesting picks here. I like the Plague Crafter. The Tutor isn't bad. The Wasteland isn't bad, although I'd prefer it to be a strip mine. I think really it's just a toss-up between the Trop and, like, the Pilgrim, I guess. I think we'll take the Trop just because it's, such a good land to have in great colors too. Okay. Got a couple of options here. I like the Avenger. I like the Kozilek. The Natural Order is pretty darn strong here. I think there's a lot of options to do with the Natural Order. Get like a Mana Dork early or something if we can wheel the Pilgrim and then kind of, pick up whatever strong green creatures we can find. So we'll go with that. That's pretty strong. Okay. All right. So here I really like the Garrick. The control magic is excellent simply because it's a great comeback card and it's harder to deal with than, say, a Sour of Temptation. I love the Baleful Strix. That's one of my favorite cards for sure. Not exactly in our colors, but still. And the Carnage Tyrant is excellent. However, natural ordering into a Carnage Tyrant isn't the most glamorous thing in the world compared to, say, like a Critterhoof Avenger, a Prime Time, that kind of thing. So I think in that regard, we can probably safely take the control magic, and then we'll find another green creature along the way. However, lotusing early into like a Garrick is incredibly strong, oftentimes backbreaking, but we'll take the control magic. All right. This pack is kind of meh. We'll take the Wall of Roots just for natural order targets, but everything else, especially when this wheels the rest of the pack, it's not going to be great. So, okay, here I absolutely adore the Plow Under. It's an amazing tempo card, and if you already have a board developed, it is usually enough to win the game. However, I think the Vivian is excellent, especially when you keep in mind that we have this Lotus. Lotusing into a threat or like a repeatable form of like card advantage or something like that, where you can find it a planeswalker. That's a little bit better in my opinion than a really really good tempo play. I would rather have both, obviously, but I think we're just going to take the planeswalker here. All right. So here is a toss up between consistency in the mage and weird shenanigans in the regrowth. I generally tend to like regrowth better here, simply because you can do some really stupid things. However, the trinket mage is probably better. Yeah, I mean, fetching up a Lotus is just excellent, so I guess we can't not choose that. All right, got a couple of options here. I think we just have to take the Progenitus, although the Hermit and the Command aren't bad, but Progenitus is the best natural order target in my opinion. All right, that took a little while. I think let's see. The elf is good for natural order targets, but the spell pierce is good for defense. I think we'll take the elf. All right. Oh, cool. So we can just take another mana dork here. That's excellent. I don't think this pick really matters. We'll just take the sword. Probably won't use it. But it is what it is. We've already got a lot of strong cards here. This is a bit of a toss up. I think we just take the Garrick though. It's strong and is repeatable, which is important. I think here you just take the O Stone, which is fine. Not the best, not the worst. I mean, it's removal in colors that traditionally doesn't have it, so that's kind of cool. Let's take the land. It doesn't matter. All right, and a Baneslayer Angel. Won't use it, but that's all right. Okay, pack number 2. I think this is a pretty big toss-up between the Jason's Prodigy and the Oko. I think the Oko has more upside, though. So I think we'll go with that. Yeah, the Jason's Prodigy would be better in maybe a more aggressively combo-oriented deck. We do have some good value here in our Planeswalkers, so I'm definitely more inclined to go the Oko. Okay, so here we've got Time Warp isn't bad. I don't hate the Miscalc. The Garrick is pretty good. Being able to load us into a Garrick is amazing. The Finale of Devastation is pretty great too. Yeah, this is a little bit difficult. Don't hate the Revoker. I think we'll just take the Garrick though. As we mentioned before with our Planeswalkers, that's just excellent. And boy, The Jace is unbelievably powerful. I'm absolutely in love with Cryptic Command, and then we've got a Elf, which is excellent for the combo. I think we'll just take the Jace, though. Very, very strong. All right, so here we've got Baby Jace, we've got a Wall of Blossoms, a Green Sun Zenith. I think either of the green cards here is pretty much acceptable. I think we'll take the natural order target, though. All right, here I don't hate the Force. It's pretty good. I wish it was a regular Force. Questing Beast is pretty good, too, though. And the Clone isn't bad either in the Metamorph. We'll just take the Force. That's fine. Um, Don't hate the Snap. We don't really have that many targets, unfortunately. The Lumbering Falls is good, but it comes in tapped. I don't really think this pick particularly matters that much, though, in the grand scheme of things. I'm leaning towards the land, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll just take the land. All right. Here, I think we just take the Elf, although the Rex Sage isn't bad. The Winter Orb's okay. Yeah, we'll just take the Elf. More targets. Yeah, I think we can just take the Predator here. Pretty good in certain matchups. Don't know if we'll main deck it, though. Okay. Fauna Shaman is a natural order target, so that does help. However, I mean, like, we can't really do that much with Thing in the Ice because the likelihood of flipping it just in general is pretty low, especially in a deck like this. It's just likely not going to happen. Geez, what do we do? I'm inclined just to take another natural order target. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. Okay. Revoker isn't bad. Maze of Ith is probably not the pick here. However, I don't think, like I said before, I don't think packs like these really matter all that much in the grand scheme of things. We'll just take the Revoker. It's fine. I don't hate the Acidic Slime. That could be pretty useful as a tempo play. That also has a body. We'll take the Green Sun for sure. That's kind of nice to have. I didn't expect that to make it this far. Oh, wow, and the Questing Beast made it. Awesome. All right. We're pretty consistent with green so far. It's like unfortunate because there's so many good blue cards. Take the Resto Angel, that's fine. We've got so many nice blue cards that but still, I'm almost kind of like, we got a nice mono green deck here and a Mox. Okay, well, it is what it is. That's pretty funny. If that was like just a green Mox, I might just be like, all right, full mono green. The Devoted Druid is pretty good because it's a natural order target. I don't hate the Harmonize, but I do like the Narset. Okay, we got a Prime Time. That's pretty good. Kitchen Finks is great against like anti-aggro for sure, or against aggro as an anti-aggro piece. I'm more inclined to play that in a different deck though, so I think we'll just take the Prime Time. Okay, got a couple of options here. The Cobra's great. The Tracker's awesome. I love Daze. Daze is such a fun card. Yeah, I think we'll take that. It's a bit of a when I find certain blue cards, it's hard not to just windmill slam them. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, an Uro. Excellent. Cool. Yeah. All right, let's see. I don't really care for the Heartbeat or the Protector. I like the Smokestacks, but the T-Don's good too. I think we already have enough threats, so we'll take the stacks here. The Oracle isn't terrible here. It's pretty much the only pick we can take with any confidence. We've got another Vivian, which is pretty good. Okay, the Whisperwood Elemental is great too, for obvious reasons. Populating the board is just awesome. All right, got a Devoted Druid, which is good. We'll take that. Glad we wield that for sure. Just take the Tangle Wire. The pick here doesn't really matter that much, and I don't think we'll be playing that. Ooh, the Tracker. Excellent. Great card. Awesome for card advantage. And it's a pretty good threat, too. Pick doesn't really matter here. We'll just take Trophy. Heartbeat. We won't play that, though. Let's see. What's the final card? And Akaya. Okay, we have some decision making to do here. I'm half tempted to, quite honestly, cut these blue cards. And the reason I'm saying that is because we have an amazingly consistent green deck here. Now we've got some powerhouses in like the Oko, the Uro, the Daze, all of these awesome cards. However, this green deck is just solid, and I think we can maybe just get away with throwing in maybe the Rex Sage and kind of figuring it out from there. We'll just add some basics. Hate when the Progenitus thing does this, adding all the other colors that we don't need. And we'll go with that. And yeah, I'll tell you what, I think we can actually make this work. This might be too many lands, to be entirely honest with you. However, outside of this, I think this is incredibly strong, just in general. Even maybe without the Lotus, this is kind of strong enough to work. So I'm excited to see how this goes. All right, found our match number 1 opponent. Looks like we won the die roll as well. Best of luck to you, opponent. Let's see what we can do here. All right. Oh boy, yeah, and there's the Lotus. Okay, well, yeah, I guess that's why it's a good card. All right. So I think here we'll just jam a dork. And then I guess it's just objectively correct to play it. We're not gonna crack it yet, but we'll play it so it doesn't get thought seized. Okay. All right, our opponent plays a Botanical Sanctum. All right. Okay. We'll play our forest here. And do we just go for the Prime Time or the Whisperwood? I think we'll just go with the Prime Time, thin out our deck, all that good stuff. Jam the Prime Time. I'll see if our opponent scoops it up. No counters, which is excellent. So we'll go and get 2 forests here. Awesome. Good stuff. A little friendly banter from our opponent here. Oh, boy. All right, and they play a basic forest. Not bad, not bad. And they play a Simic Signet. All right. Not too shabby. All right, let's see what we get off the top here. A wall, that ain't bad. I think we'll just jam the Rec Sage and kill their Signet, slow them down a bit. Not that it's really necessary at this point. All right, hit yes. Okay, good stuff. All right, now we'll jam in here. Hit yes. Okay, get some forests. Take your opponent down to 14. Then we'll jam the wall. See if we can get anything else here. And a land. Don't really need to play that at the moment. All right, let's see what our opponent has for us. Oh, nothing. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I guess they just want to end it early, I suppose. So we'll jam the Questing Beast. That's a great card to have off the top. All right, we'll move to attackers. And we'll swing with a team. Primetime trigger, get some forests. No big deal. All right, get them down to 1. And we'll jam an elf. Why not? Okay. Nothing from our opponent, which is interesting. I don't know why they don't just scoop, but that's okay. Oh, and there it is. Good stuff. All right, let's see if we can do that again. I don't think we really change much here. I think we just run it back, not that we really have that many options. All right, so I think we just run it back here. Yep. Okay, game number 2, and we get another Lotus. Good lord. Okay. Well, yeah, this is it right here. And a Garrick too, which is just phenomenal. Here's hoping our opponent doesn't have like a Spell Pierce. God, that would be just brutal. Although it would be justice, which is completely fine. All right. Whoops, little misclick there. Come on. All right, cast the Lotus. All right, so we'll crack the Lotus, tap a green, play the Garrick. All right. We will create a beast token. All right, and be on our way. Okay. Our opponent plays, a library. That's not bad. That would have been a great card to draft for sure. Okay, so we'll jam an elf. I think I might. Yeah, we'll just create another beast here. Really flood the board with nonsense that they can't deal with. Swing in with the beast. Take him down to 17. All right. Not bad, not bad. So they get a library trigger. Let's see if they choose to keep multiple cards or not. Oh, they take 1 extra. All right. Oh, and a basic plains. Okay, so we're playing against a little bit of Bant. That's not bad. That's a strong color combination. Pretty fun one, too. All right, they jam a Signet. Let's see what else they got. Pang. They have a... Oh, okay. Green Sun Zenith. Not bad. For a bird. All right. All right, so we will untap, draw, get a basic forest. We will uptick so we can have 5 mana. And then we will... Yeah, we'll jam the slime. And we will take care of their library. Even if they don't draw extra cards, just being able to kind of filter their draws and stack things accordingly is really, really strong. So we take him down to 6, which is pretty good, and we'll see if our opponent can muster up a board wipe or something. All right, they play a basic forest. Oh, a treachery. Wow, okay. Interesting. So they untap from the treachery. It's a darn good card. And a Garruk of their own? Okay, well now this is getting interesting. All right, so they get a beast token. All right. Now we've got a game. Okay. Devoted Druid. Not the best top deck in the world, to be entirely honest. Yeah, so we will uptick, untap some forests. Not bad. All right, so now we have our 6 mana that we need for our prime time. We'll jam that. All right, we'll yield to that trigger. And I gotta manually click it. That's annoying. All right, so we'll get 2 forests. Not bad, not bad. Okay. And then I guess we will force the attacks towards face. Yeah, we'll do towards face because this way they actually have to block no matter what. All right. So those trade, which I'm completely fine with. With our prime time, I feel like we're in a really good spot here. Even if we hypothetically manage to lose our Garruk, I still think that we're in a really good spot here. Okay. See what our opponent does. I wonder if they top decked that. Otherwise, I think they would have played it earlier. You know what I mean? Tap land and all. When opposition, that's annoying. Boy. Ugh. It's a good card, but it's just really annoying to play like with and against because it wastes so much time. Well, it's not really wasting it, but it uses so much time. Okay, top decking a Progenitus isn't exactly what you want to do. So that's now flatly off the table. We can Fauna Shaman? Yeah, that's a good idea because we can bin that, find something else, right? Wow, who knew the Fauna Shaman would be like actually useful in this scenario? Okay, so we'll bin the Progenitus. All right, what do we got here? What do we got here? Come on. All right. I guess we can take the Rex Sage. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Yep. Well, there's our answer. See what our opponent does. Opposition, that's fine. They're going to do some last ditch effort here. I do wonder, are they just able to swing in for lethal? That sucks. All right. Rex Sage resolves, ability targeting the opposition. Thank God. Completely forgot about that Rex Sage, and it's great that we actually had it in deck. I actually believe we have it in the main deck too. Oh, okay, so they send a wolf after our Rex Sage. That's annoying. All right, so the Rex Sage hits the opposition. We hit yes, and we'll make a beast as a little bit of defense here. We kind of need it, to be honest. That's a lot. I think we're fine. Yeah. All right. So we'll see what our opponent has. Maybe they have, more ridiculous things. Oh, great. We can manifest as well. I almost forgot about that. And another land. Okay. Well, the Whisperwood Elemental is certainly doing work here. So let's see if they pay the Echo cost. I think they will. Okay. There's a Wolf token and the Echo cost. Good thing here is without an opposition, if we do manage to attack once, it's basically wrapped up, I feel, because they're gonna have to block in very like disadvantageous ways. We have all these extra tokens. We have all this stuff. We're in a pretty good position. Okay, well, that's a little annoying. Yeah, that's not exactly what we want to see, but that's okay. I think we can manage. All right, see what our opponent does. Will they swing? Won't they swing? Oh, and they swing with the team. Okay, everything but the bird. All right, so we'll block like this, and then that, and then okay. And I guess, yeah, we'll block the beast as well. I'm pretty sure we have this wrapped up. They've got no cards in hand. They swung with the team. We're at 8, and we've got literally everybody here. All right, get a little bit caught up with their attack, but I didn't realize that this was basically just done. All right, so GG's to our opponent. That was pretty cool, despite how annoying that got towards the end there. So let's move on to match number 2. All right, in match number 2, best of luck to our opponent. I think this hand is pretty good. I think we maybe want another land or 2, but outside of that, it's pretty strong. I just hope that our opponent doesn't have any type of removal or interaction with the board, because if we don't top deck lands, then we're going to be pretty much locked out, and we do need to actually have our creatures alive for the natural order. However, we do have some pretty good planeswalkers as sort of a backup plan. All right, so our opponent plays a breeding pool. Don't have to really worry about removal in those colors too much. Well, not pure removal. There are ways of dealing with creatures. So we'll jam our elf here. Okay. All right, let's see what they do. So they play a basic forest. Seems to be just Simic, not 3-color, which is good. Well, good or bad, depending on if you value versatility over consistency and vice versa. So we'll play our Devoted Druid here. Got plenty of lands. We're going to swing in with the elf. That's no problem. I'm a little bit concerned about counter spells. Maybe they're holding one back for like the big one or something like that. It would suck to have our natural order countered because the sacrifice part still does happen. Let's see what they got here. An Oko. All right. Well, we'll see what they do with it. Create a food token. All right. That's not too bad. One of the questions that's now going to pop in my mind, if our natural order doesn't get countered, do we throw the Progenitus at the Oko? I mean, it's not like they can really do anything about the Progenitus, but the Oko can be annoying and can buy them just a little bit of time, so maybe you just take one turn to kill the Oko. That might be worth it. I'm not sure, though. So we'll get our Progenitus out, which is good. So we are basically where we want to be, which is nice. All right. See what our opponent has. Hopefully they don't have like a channel effect or something like that. That would be very bad. I hate it when you're in these like pseudo mirror matches where it's just like, who's got the combo first? It's just like, ugh. So they play a Tireless Tracker. That's good for value. I think we can make quick work of that with the Garrick, though. One thing in particular that I like about the Garrick Relentless is just the fact that it's like pseudo removal. I mean, being able to fight a creature as sort of like a modal, planeswalker effect, or use another ability if you don't feel like doing that. It's just kind of like convenient. Like, even if it only had one side, to me, it would still be pretty darn good. All right. So I think, do we swing at the Oko? That's the question. I guess we do. I mean, it doesn't really hurt to do that, although, 2 swings just to the face and that's it. But they can heal with food. So I don't know. I guess we could just swing at the Oko. It doesn't really matter either way, in my opinion. Not with this board state, at least. Okay. So we'll swing. The Oko will likely die unless they have, well, they can't really do anything about that. All right. And I think here we can Garrick into Garrick, right? Because we have the Druid. Yes, okay. So we will uptick here. Almost didn't do this. That would be very suboptimal. So we'll tap 2. We'll tap for green. We'll add a -1/-1. See what our opponent does. They seem to be waiting. Okay. And then we'll tap another green. And now we've got our Garrick. Okay. That is good stuff. And then we will fight the tracker. Tracker dies. And at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if our opponent just scooped. I mean, we have 1 Garrick left. We got a Progenitus. We got all these lands. We're in a good spot, I feel. Oh, geez, and our opponent plays a channel. That's brutal. Okay, well, I guess I was unfortunately right to be worried about combo versus combo. Harmonize. Okay. Maybe they just hit air, I guess? Huh. Okay, they crack the clue. Can't they just can't they channel and then crack the food to theoretically gain mana? Yeah, they can do that. That's annoying. Oh God, that is really unfortunate. All right, so they play an elf. Okay, is that it? All right, here I was worried about like an Emrakul or something, getting him like an extra turn or whatever. All right, so that's fine, and don't think we necessarily have to worry about that anymore. So we'll move to attacks first. We will swing with the Progenitus. Take him down to 17. All right. Then we'll jam the Oracle. Rex Age on top. That's not too bad. And oh crap, I misclicked. God. Oh boy. Our opponent's gonna think that I'm being disrespectful. That's really unfortunate. I just wanted to make a beast. Oh boy. God. Don't you love it? Like, that's one weird thing about Magic Online. Now, obviously my mistake, but that's one weird thing about Magic Online that you just frankly can't really do in paper Magic. It's like, oh yeah, I misclicked in this card game. It's just like, what? Oh God. I mean, careless decision. And a time walk. Okay. Well, we'll see just how bad we get punished here. Oh my goodness. Wow, this is not great. This is not great at all. And if they have a way, I mean, they're in green, so they might have a way to get the time walk back. Oh boy. All right. I bet our opponent feels like amazing, like, oh man, this arrogant, fill in the blank is, being disrespectful. And it's just like, no, I swear, I'm just stupid. All right. Let's see what they do. They swing in. All right. We'll let that through. No reason not to at this point, I don't think. All right, see what they have here, please. Oh God, no. 3 mana. Be like okay, all right. Well, so they get to time walk again. That's fun. I was worried about the regrowth, but then I was like, oh yeah, Eternal Witness. That's a card that costs 3 mana. All right, so they time walk again. This is what justice looks like. All right. So they get the ooze trigger here. All right, just let my opponent know that that was indeed a mistake. See what our opponent does. They swing in with a team. So I think we'll block like that and that. Okay. So now we're down to 11. See what else our opponent has. Got like a regrowth too. That would be so good. Oh, okay, and they concede. All right, so that was really close. I think we're gonna have to be a little bit more aggressive with our mulligans here, although that's to be seen depending on what we get. We are racing our opponent here because they're also playing combo, and their combo is just a little bit faster than ours, assuming we don't get a Lotus. So let's just see what we can do here. All right, game number 2. Let's see if we can do a little bit better this time and not misclick our planeswalkers. And hopefully we can get a Lotus too. That would be excellent. I think we can keep this. It's not, strictly speaking, strong enough, but if we top deck a Lotus, it's very, very good. Of course, I talk about potentially aggressively mulliganing against the combo deck, but when it comes down to it, I like if I've got a half decent hand, I really don't like mulliganing aggressively. It's always kind of been that way. Bit of a flaw of mine. So play the forest and pass. See if our opponent immediately has the channel, and if so, we're just moving on to game 3. And that'll teach us for not mulliganing aggressively if that's the case. They seem to be just attacking, though, so that's good. I wonder if they have another land. And they don't. Wow. Okay. Wonder why they kept the hand then, especially since they have channel. So we'll just deploy the wall here, draw a card off the top. Okay, so we've got plenty of lands, and if our opponent is drawing nothing but air, then I think we're safe, I guess, right? Okay, nothing again. That's really strange. I don't know what they're doing. Play another forest, and we'll jam the shaman. Yeah, this is very strange. They have a full grip. They're not playing lands. They chose not to mulligan, so I assume it was good. All right, so there's their second forest. Let's see what they got here. Coalition Relic. That's not terrible. It's not great though. Not really the 3 mana play that you kind of dream of, right? All right. Top deck a Whisperwood Elemental, and I guess we'll just natural order hitting the wall. We'll get our Progenitus. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have any weird channel shenanigans. We'll swing in because it really doesn't matter. All right, so now they're down to 18. All right, so they get the Coalition Relic ability activated, or triggered rather. So they get a blue. That's interesting. I wonder if we're going to see a Time Walk or something. Oh, of course, or a Prefix. All right. I would really like to see like the hand that they kept, because it's kind of underwhelming what they're doing so far. For a deck that we were legitimately afraid of, to be entirely honest. All right. So they get their basic island, they play the forest off the top, and they get another forest off the top. Okay. Or they have another forest on top, rather. All right. Oh, at least we know that they're not drawing anything good. I think that actually means that this is likely wrapped up unless they have something very significant in their hand, and which they very well might. But that's okay. I think acidic slime, and we'll kill that, I guess. Yeah. This way, if they do have like a channel or something, they're not really going to be able to cast anything off of it just because they don't have the life to really sacrifice. Not ideally, anyways. All right. So we'll see what they have here. We might be able to make it through. Harmonize, that's not enough. Not even close. Maybe they're looking for a time walk, perhaps. That would buy them a decent amount of room here. All right, the goose is loose. That's probably not what they were looking for. Okay. Pretty underwhelming stuff from our opponent so far. All right. So we will jam the Questing Beast, just because it's a hasty attacker. That's just great. And they scoop him up. Okay. That was a lot cleaner than the first one. So let's see if we can wrap this up and get the 3-0. All right, moving on to match number 3 here. We got with our opponent. Best of luck to them. And, oh boy, okay. Yeah. Holy smokes. I'll take that. That is, oh boy. All right. That's pretty good. So we'll play the Mox Jet. We'll play the Forest, jam the Lotus. We'll crack the Lotus, play the Questing Beast, and swing in. Wow. Geez, talk about a strong start. And okay, they got a little mana ramp of their own here, and they got a shrine. I don't really know if that shrine's necessarily going to be enough. All right, so got a Whisperwood. It's a very good card. We'll swing in with a Questing Beast. Good thing about this is if our opponent is playing some kind of like aggro-esque strategy, having a Vigilance creature is just phenomenal. Being able to attack and block at the same time. I went an island. Okay, a little is it? And a Mult Drifter. Okay. Okay. A little bit less scared of that shrine now since they're playing other colors other than red. And Mole Drifter's good, but not against this board state, in my opinion, at the very least. All right, so we're 1 mana away from our Whisperwood, and we're still jamming to face with his Questing Beast. Looking good so far. I'm pretty confident with how things are going. Let's see what our opponent has. All right. A Thing in the Ice. Well, okay. And a mountain. I always loved Thing in the Ice. Back when Eldritch Moon came out, or Shadows, or whichever it was in, I was super excited about this card. Absolutely incredible. I love the art. I love the whole concept of the monster in the ice. It's just a cool thing. And in modern, geez, this was back when Gitaxian Probe was still unbanned, or still wasn't banned rather. The Suicide Blue deck was so fun to play. It was really, really cool. All right, so we'll jam the Whisperwood here, and I think this is all but wrapped up at this point. They can't deal with both of these threats unless they have a bajillion really cheaply costed cards where they can flip the thing, which I don't think they do. So, and they play a Trop, so I now know they at least have semi-decent mana. Okay, and that's it. All right, one more and we've got this. I think we can just run this back and see how it goes. All right. Game number 2, best of luck to our opponent, and this seems pretty good. I like the Mox. I like the early Mana Dork, the Devoted Druid. Will be able to hit him with the Acidic Slime pretty early, which is very strong play in my opinion. Good tempo, great blocker, great attacker. And then we'll be able to follow up with a Whisperwood later. Or first, depending on what we feel. All right, let's see what our opponent has. They play a Mountain and a Lavamancer. Okay, Lavamancer's pretty strong. They can sort of deal with our dorks here, which I'm not happy about. I think in that case, I'm inclined to do the Green Sun, right? Nah, we'll just do the Avacyn. I mean, we already have it in hand, so why not? Oh, a Strip Mine, okay. That's pretty strong. And our opponent, Flame Slash, okay. Wow. So not only do they have our first Mana Dork taken care of, but they virtually have the second one taken care of, including the Devoted Druid, if that's what we choose to play. I think we can just jam. This is tough. We'll just jam this because it's less valuable to us than the Druid is. I mean, it's unfortunate that we're kind of wasting our time here, but we're trying to goad them into exiling cards in their yard or wasting removal in hand and kind of trying to stabilize. We do need to draw lands, though. All right, so they kill our Dork, which is really annoying, but it is what it is. And they play a basic island, and that's it. All right. So here we'll play the Zenith, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. The reason being that I'm still kind of reluctant to just play the Druid, to be honest. I'm not necessarily sure why, but I just feel like this is best. They play a Looting. If they find another Mountain, that's really gross if so. If they don't, and we can find maybe a land off the top, then we can like Tracker and then play the land, get the clue, and kind of... Oh, wow, a Forest. Interesting. Huh. But yeah, with that Tireless Tracker play, we would kind of be able to run Insurance. I'm baffled that they're attacking here. I'll definitely take that block so they don't have to give us a headache anymore. This is tough. I think we can just devote a Druid here. Many people have said numerous times that Tireless Tracker is virtually a 4-drop because, playing it on turn 4 or playing it on turn 3 with 1 ramp is kind of necessary because you want that immediate clue token. So that's one reason to just play the Druid. We're not guaranteed to draw lands, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Plus, if we draw a Natural Order, we'll just really just steal the game. So they flash back the Looting, which I'm cool with. All right, they finally discard. Our opponent took a very long time to resolve that one. That was getting worried. I was like, what's going on? All right, so we top deck a Rex Sage. That's okay. Not the best, not the worst. Let's see. We can Whisperwood, but we can also Acidic Slime. I think both are honestly valid plays, and it's really just up to what you value, like as an individual player, or how you think the matchup will go. I kind of like taking them off a land, particularly red, so they have less ways to deal with our board. I mean, it's arguable that you should have done like blue, or I should have done like blue, but I think red is valid here. And really unfortunate that they're just getting mana screwed. I mean, obviously we contributed to that, but they're not top decking lands either, so that's kind of ugly. I think we'll just jam the tracker here. Unfortunate that we didn't draw land, but that's okay. And we'll swing in with a slime. I think if our opponent doesn't immediately find some way to stabilize here and deal with our board, it's all but wrapped up at that point. They play a shrine. Okay. I don't think that's enough. Not nearly fast enough either. We'll play a land, trigger the tireless tracker. Okay. And we'll jam the Whisperwood. All right, we'll swing in with those two. All right, got a Whisperwood trigger. Okay. Shrine trigger. I think this is all but wrapped up with the land count that they have. Our board, it's basically done. And there we have it. Okay, another Vintage Cube League in the books. I appreciate your time. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate your patience in match number 1. That opposition was a pain in the neck. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay safe out there, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Have a good one.